What's wrong with Fallout 4? Well, the first thing that's wrong, I think, in Fallout 4, and this is, give me some background here. I got Fallout 3 back in '07, late '07, early '08, something like that. It was one of my first Xbox 360 games, and the first time I played it, I fucking rented it from Blockbuster. Wow, that's a throwback. Rented it from Blockbuster, and I loved it. One of my favorite games of all times. Definitely not my number one for the Xbox 360 era. Fantastic game. I fucking loved it. I played the shit out of it. I had probably over 600 hours on it. How the fuck do I get out of this building? And it was, in my eyes, at that time, when I was a very young man, a perfect game. A pretty much perfect game. And then Fallout New Vegas came out. And then Fallout New Vegas was like, oh shit. You know, it's like, hey, we're not Bethesda, but we're like the next best thing, bro. And I fucking got Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout New Vegas was sick. It was sick, man. That's all I gotta say about it. Fallout New Vegas was sick, and it was basically Fallout 3, but with better gameplay. Fallout 3 storyline is better. There are some things that I just fucking came out of here. There are some things that Bethesda did better than Obsidian, such as the storyline, and I think they get more of a core feel in there. But overall, Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 both great games. Now, what makes Fallout 4 so different in the sense of... Scared the shit out of me, Piper. In the sense of the gameplay and their overall feel, okay? Some people are saying, oh, it doesn't even play like a Fallout game, you know, it's... God, you can't, you know, you can't blow up a fucking city with an atomic bomb anymore. It's bullshit, bro. You know, the robots here are fucking stupid. Now they're humans. Blah, blah, blah. You know, this, that, and that. Listen, all game companies have to adapt, right? Your average video game player is, you know, a fucker who has a full-time job, comes home, plays Call of Duty, a few rounds of that every night. Maybe once every couple of nights. I thought that was Wadsworth. And he's just a casual gamer. And so the gameplay, if you go back to Fallout 3 right now, after playing Fallout 4, you're gonna be like, this gameplay is fucking shit, okay? Gameplay, the gunplay mostly, was not very fluid in Fallout 3 or New Vegas. They're both kind of clunky, you know, not really figuring out what type of shooter they were. You know, it was more of an RPG, kind of like an adventure game rather than like an FPS, right? And I think that's fair to say. So coming at Fallout 4, not coming at Fallout 4, but coming to Fallout 4. I'm not coming over any, you know what? This game is different in the sense that it is a refreshing, like a new breath of air, alright? I don't want to make this too lengthy, but I just want to get these points across, alright? Fallout 4, yes, while very different from Fallout 3 and New Vegas, has a lot of great upgrades. And I think Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, I always went stealth character. Fallout 4's gunplay, it's too much fun to go stealth. I'm fucking bored if I pull out my, you know, a suppressed pistol, for example. And I run around with that. I didn't mean to fucking do that. I'm too bored doing that, right? So that's one thing they got right, but what is wrong with Fallout 4? It's just the little fucking nitty-gritty things, right? Okay, so where's my gun go? Where the fuck do I pull? Where's that going? Where did that just go? Do you just see that? I fucking pulled it out of my leg. It's like a goddamn prosthetic. I can't even move my guy, what the fuck? Third person is so glitchy. Alright, so I hate that. It's a tiny feature, so awesome though. It looks like you're just pulling that shit out of your ass. The fucking rifle. And it's gone. Tiny features like that were a staple in all the other Fallouts, it's gone. Gone. So things like that people were already knocking off points for. Okay, while very minute to some, a lot of the fans think it's a huge disappointment. And hopefully mods can correct something like this. Moving on. The storyline. The storyline in Fallout 4 is shit. It's shit. It's basically a reversed storyline of Fallout 3. Fallout 3, your son in the vault, going to find her dad. And Fallout New Vegas, you're a dad in a vault going to find your son. It's like, wow, great fucking... What am I saying? Yeah, it's like, I'm sure they just gathered around the table, and they're like, oh man, let's throw them this curveball, they'll never fucking expect it. Yeah bro, it's fucking sick. That's fucking sick, Piper, know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, kinda like the same storyline, just a game about chasing down your lost family member. Oh, they'll never fucking expect it, LOL. Half of our radio broadcasts are from Fallout 3, LOL, haha. You know what, I think it's unacceptable for 7 years of development, and they could have done a lot better. A lot of the people now are coming to the point where they have finished or about to complete the Fallout 4 storyline, and I'm telling you, I'm not gonna spoil it, but you're gonna be disappointed. The Fallout 4 ending is horrible. Absolutely horrible. It's terrible. Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, every storyline ending, no matter what you chose, no matter who you sided with, very detailed. It goes through all your choices, every faction that was affected by those choices, how they're affected at the end of the game, after the game, all that. Fallout 4, you know what? I would bet money that the cutscene is not even over a minute long. Okay? It's a cutscene. I was left confused whether or not it actually ended. And it was a horrible ending. I sided with the Institute my first time around. I hope it didn't shoot someone. Wow, I just pressed the Windows button. Anyway, I sided with the Institute mostly because that was, you know, something that I thought, you know, you're finding your, you know, chasing after your son, and so I thought it was very important to stick with him. I said no spoilers, well there you go. Fuck, that was a friendly. And, but the ending was horrible, and a lot of people are docking it for the ending, performance. I've had no performance issues on PC, but the main reason why you'll feel so gypped in Fallout 4 is the shitty fucking ending. And I think that is its worst part. You know, I played that ending a couple days ago, and it's been kind of hard for me to get back into it. I've reloaded my save because I started at the Institute and everybody hates you after that. So I went back to a save where I can, you know, kind of choose what's, you know, what faction I want to go with, all their quests, and everything like that. But you know what? I don't know if I want to go through with it again. I don't think it's worth it. And I know a lot of people were with me there. I think it's just, we got a shit deal, boys. That's really the fact of the matter is, we got a shit deal on Fallout 4. Gameplay, fucking fantastic. Absolutely great. But in the end, for 7 years of development, they could have done so much better. So much better. I don't know what they're doing for all that time. It's not that it's a bad game, it's not that the storyline is horrible. Of course, you know, most people don't play Fallout for the storyline. That's kind of, you know, pathetic if you actually do that. It's not a very story-driven game in all the games, but it's definitely a factor that a lot of people take into account. And when you spend all that time, I want to show you how much time I had in Fallout 4. This is how much time I had. Alright. At the time of finishing up the Institute, I had 1 day and 8 hours. Alright. In the game. That's playtime, not just, you know, log time on Steam or whatever you play on PlayStation, Xbox. After all that time you logged into it, you feel like you've been gypped of such a shitty ending. I would almost go as far as to say it was rushed. The ending was rushed. Either that or they wanted to try to change things up rather than do the whole faction ending. It was just shitty. It was shitty. We got a shit deal, boys. That's all I really gotta chalk it up to. We got a shit deal. The factions in this game weren't very powerful at all. The Minutemen, completely worthless. There's no reason why you should do the Minutemen quest at all. It's fucking stupid. Like, after you get to the fort, and you get into the fort armory, just stop doing the quests. There's no reason to. They're not a real faction. They're a side thing. It was like an afterthought. There had a lot of potential, but it didn't come through. So all you really have now is the Brotherhood of Steel, the Railroad, and the Institute. And the Railroad is kind of like a fucking... they're taking a backseat almost. So, you know, the real powerful factions you gotta side with is either the Institute or the Brotherhood. I started at the Institute, and it makes everybody fucking hate you. And I bet you anything, I'm going with the Brotherhood next. Everybody's gonna fucking hate me after that too. So, I'll find out. I'll hit you guys up whenever I fucking do it. If I do it. Battlefront, I'm having a lot of fun with that game. You know, it's been hard to getting back into Fallout 4 when I got Battlefront. But that's really what's wrong with Fallout 4. It's the mindset that people have, and it's the shitty fucking story. And some of the shitty gameplay elements as well. That's all I got at the top of my head. If you got anything else you want to add in the comments, go for it. I'd like to hear your opinions. Not really. Actually, yeah, why not? It's a free country. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Peace and love.